At any rate, what's up, y'all? We're finally back to some game dev here. So we've been working a bit on the cutscenes. I think I'm going to do some more work in the cutscene space here. This will kind of go beyond cutscenes and into general game stuff as well, but I want to get a subtitle system in place. There's probably, like, I guess, just somewhat of a standard practice for that sort of thing, and honestly, one thing I'd like to think about is, like, localization, like translation files, because that would be, like, the easiest way to translate the game is if you just had, like, the game script, and then you just swap in, like, a different language or whatever. But I don't think I'm going to build something that robust on this first draft here, but we may eventually get there. The key thing is I want that to be as slick as possible to set up alongside any cutscene, so that as we're reworking, like, scripts or other things like that, we can go in and change it pretty quickly. And I think I've got somewhat of an idea for that, and then we can build on it at a future date here. My concept is going to be kind of similar as the camera triggers, not the cutscene triggers. Here we go. Similar to the instructions that I have for the cutscenes. Maybe just kind of give it like a subtitle, like manifest or something. And then some overarching parameter on the cutscene itself that will feed in that data, and then cross-reference that with whatever your current settings are to either show it or don't show it. And we can even make it a little more robust to have, like, you know, which character is speaking, so that we can, like, prefix it. I guess otherwise some sort of highlighting for things that are, like, diegetic sound's not the word I'm looking for, because that's, like, just sound happening. But I don't know if I'm going to get into like full subtitling, like I guess closed captioning, but I don't want to wall myself off from an implementation like that either, so I don't know, maybe I'll leave some, like, wiggle room in configurability of this. Anyway, enough talking about what I'm going to do. Let's just do it, shall we? Data? No, not data. Game flow. Okay, so all the cutscene stuff is in game flow alongside door load. So I feel like game UI is maybe a piece of that, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. There's no wrong answer. I'm designing this. Inventory, items, okay. Certainly doesn't really belong under any of these other things, so... Let's get our data structure hashed out first here, because I have a good idea of what it looks like in my head. But let's actually do it. You know what? I guess I will call this game, or put this under game flow, because it's going to be next to cutscene. So wherever cutscene is, it makes the most sense to have it be in that folder, or at the very least, the cutscene instruction level of things here. Because I have, like, a cutscene, and then a cutscene's made up of multiple cutscene instructions. We'll also have, I guess, a list of closed caption, or of subtitles here. I'm wondering, yeah, I guess. Alright, the wrapper object that's going to be similar... I could just have it be an array that's next to the other array. But I feel like I need more parameters than that, so I'm gonna instead kind of just have that be one object, and then that will hold all the captions underneath it. But that will be cutscene specific, so I will call this the cutscene subtitle manifest. Seems like a decent name for it here. Node seems good. Inheritance-wise, I don't think I need any particular thing. Cool. And then I guess, gosh, let's go one level down first, and I guess maybe this can be in the game UI. So we'll call this subtitle details, subtitle line. Call it that. And then we can do things like this, such as what do I want to call this? Goodness. Subtitle, I guess dialogue? That's not even right. Subtitle content. And then character speaking. And it's a string, but it'll be nullable, so if there's no anyone speaking, we'll null check it in the thing that handles the UI of this. Yeah, we'll have like a subtitle display class that will handle the like ingestion of these lines and then display them on the screen. That's what I'm thinking here. And I don't know how this looks. Hold on. There's like a color class, right? This is the Godot color, yeah. They don't have like they don't have default colors. Okay, gotcha. I guess we want 0001. Or oh no, this is 255. Ah. Oh, is it 255 by default? Okay, that makes sense. Right. I'll just have it be invisible by default. Cool. Oh wait, or do we want white? I guess we do want white, don't we? Not black, because we'd have black background, white text. Just for a default color, you know. I don't even know if that'll work the way I've written that, but whatever. You know, I almost wonder if we keep these like protected members and then we just have like methods to retrieve what you want out of this, but then these are exports, so you set them up in editor. Let's see how that pattern looks. That will either clean things up or just make it like horribly more convoluted. Right. I'm also not entirely certain if making a member a color struct shows up in the inspector or not. I might need to turn that into a vector 3 and then have it give it like a hint. There's like a thing in here, hint, right? Yeah, there's like a hint for color. Yeah, color no alpha. Yeah, yeah. Oh, specifically if you give it a long. Interesting. Well, no, actually, I don't like the idea of doing this, because this will... The display object should be the one holding the logic of, like, how to display stuff. This is strictly just here to be informational of, like, okay, well, what does the subtitle line say? How do I display it? Additional metadata, like, which character is speaking, if... Like, I think I'm gonna have, like, not just a toggle of yes, no subtitles, I'm gonna have, like, full subtitles, abbreviated, etc. So we can do that with this sort of thing. And... Ooh. I'm trying to figure out if I want to have a duration in here, or if I'll just have, like, some sort of... I guess if they go along with the cutscene, like, the cutscene will have information about how long, like, a particular sound file is. You almost want it to be, like, slightly longer than that, I think, from, like, a usefulness perspective. All right, let's start with the simple case. I'm gold plating this before I know what this needs. And to be fair, we're getting there. We're already halfway there. But yeah, I might put in timing information in here too of like how long to show this particular subtitle for. That would desynchronize it from like the audio being played, but I think that's probably okay. I don't know. It's a giant fly on my light up there, chat. He doesn't know. It's that I've got a fly swatter right here. Bastard. I don't know if I got him. Damn if he sure isn't right here anymore. The annoying thing is my light kind of falls directly onto my computer, so it's a chance he is now one with my PC. Oh no, he's on the... Okay, never mind. It's actually on the fly swatter. Big sucker. Come on. Oh, damn. It's in there good. Alright, anyway, enough bug swatting. Oh, you know what? I think I've played myself a little bit here. Yeah, there's not really any additional info I could provide here that would be... So I'm thinking of like the dumbest implementation of this. And I think in that dumb implementation, we don't even have this manifest. Because like the manifest would be like, okay, well, I need to set off this subtitle line here at like during this step of the cutscene. But what I could do instead is just have like, so I already have my like list of instructions for the cutscene on the cutscene object. If I just have another array of subtitles, I mean, that's fine, right? I don't know. So then you have just another array of the same size, and then you either have it be null or whatever. Because the cutscene, well, no, the cutscene manager would be the one like managing all of this, but it would pull info from the cutscene object itself while it's processing it. So maybe that's actually fine. All right, we're gonna start with the dumb implementation, find out what's wrong with it, and then go to a smarter one. I'm keeping this class here, but we're gonna like ignore it for now. And then cutscene, so we want to add a new parameter to this guy. Alright, so now we'll have that array alongside that one. And what we do now... Okay, so this actually, like, we call next instruction on the cutscene. I might need to break this up because this method's doing like a lot of different things. And we need to add it to do one more thing now. I'm trying to think of who I call. Like, would I call the player status to let it know, like, oh, okay, go process this, this subtitle line? Or is that not the right place to put that? I don't know, I'm asking all these design questions out loud, but, or... I'm just verbalizing my internal thought process here. Well, regardless, the subtitle action should happen inside next instruction. I'm pretty confident about that. Are you sure that I can make that private? This is getting called in 9 different places. One usage is outside of the scope. What the heck? Oh, that's a callback. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's just the update loop. Yeah, let's start moving these into privates here. Flip active animation flags. Actually, you know what? Hold on. What? Flip active animation flags off. Those are exit condition. Well, we could do this though. Private void handle end of cutscene instructions. That should be a bool. This will help from like a visual documentation standpoint here. Because now if someone's like, well, what does this thing do? It's like, oh, okay, what it's giving back is like, is this the end of the cutscene? Yes or no? Actually, better name for this, increment to next instruction. Next cutscene instruction. Oh, I didn't actually, I'm not using this anywhere, am I? And now, we just call this, and if it is, we return so that doesn't read right because this is doing like multiple things. It's incrementing, it's cleaning up data if we're at the end of the list. And then we're also using the results of that to like branch out of our execution here, but that's just I don't know, that's just the way it's gotta be. Okay, and this can be process next instruction. Process next instruction. Oh, I wish that wasn't in this order. Okay, cool. And then I need one more method here. We'll do it before we process the next instruction. Process next subtitle. Clear status dot ooh, you know what? We could actually call this even before everything else. Yeah, that seems fine. So if current instruction index. Oh, but this needs, well, if I move it back, then I need to do it before I increment, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I need to make sure things get cleaned up at the end of the cutscene. But I think we're going to have that anyway, just because you can skip the cutscenes whenever, so that'll just need to be in the system to like clean up the subtitles if they're already on screen. Alright, that's fine. It's greater than 0, and it's less than not cutscene, subtitle lines dot length. Yeah, less than, strictly less than, that's right. Actually, well, I'll flip that. If it's less than 0 or greater than the length, no, don't do that. Subtitle lines, no, not lines. Set that to null. And then subtitle line will equal... Boom, thank you, autocomplete. Although you did leave an extra space here, and I will never forgive you for that. Okay. And then just, I guess player status? I don't know why I'm sticking this on them, but... Oh, do we have a copy of it? Do not. Process, subtitle, line. Yo, what's up? Awesome. Thank you for adding subtitles. Yes, one thing that I still... If it wasn't, like, the worst thing in the world to update on all the platforms that we're on, I would love to patch that into Straylight, because we never actually... We did work on it, but we never actually got it working in Straylight. Not that the voice matters at all in that game, but, you know, whatever. That reminds me, I need to get an auto subtitle thing set up on my stream. Should probably ask around. Process subtitle line. Subtitle line. You might be thinking to yourself, Goon, you're passing null in here. That's dangerous. Shut up. No, I'm doing that specifically because this process subtitle line is going to also take care of, like, removing the previous line from the screen. I got you, I got you. I mean, it's also a fantastic way to add, like, some level of localization to your game, because you can translate text real easy. You don't need to, like, have someone, you know, re-perform all the lines in a translated, fashion. But the way I'm making this, that won't be... I'll need to do some extra work from my current implementation to get that ready, because right now this is just going to be all parameters that you put into the editor, and it's just going to be like one copy of things. But if I can abstract this out a little bit more so that it's like a file that's convenient for us to edit, that I can then just drag in as like a parameter and be like, here's the subtitles, and there's just metadata in this file that tells it like how to know when to show each of these. Alright, let's go to player status real quick. That is Metal Gear Solid. There. Now my code can blow up. I shouldn't do that, actually. It will blow up. That's going to happen every instruction of any cutscene, even if I put no subtitles in, just because it's always going to call this, even if it can't grab the current line. Oh, well, no, it won't, because I never actually called the method. Well, you know. To-do fancy bells and whistles that let subtitles have custom amounts of time on screen, but still easy to set up in editor. Or maybe this is just fine as is, and I'm gold plating. Good comments. It's always good to just write a ton of comments in your code, chat. Just non-stop. We got our cutscene. What else are we doing here? Oh, man. Ooh, God. I popped my shoulder blade out for a second there. Okay, so we're calling this process new subtitle. That's good. Whatever. Let me see if this actually has the proper things that it needs. Did this? No, it's running, I think. No, it just showed the button as being clicked. Oh, I guess also backwards compatibility doesn't really matter here, but oh, come on. Frickin' orders of operations and whatnot. Just in case that array is actually null, I don't want it to just explode. Okay. Well, good. What do you mean? No, there's no possibles. Well, I guess there is. No, there isn't, because this is like a range it will never breach. Because it can't be, it's got to be greater than 0, but then if it's null, it'll be 0, so it will never be less than 0 and greater than 0 at the same time. So incorrect IntelliSense, or whatever you call this, since I'm not in Visual Studio, I'm in Rider at the moment, whatever. Alright. That's actually all I need to do in terms of like wiring up, well, that's not true at all, what am I saying? That's all I need to do in terms of wiring up the subtitle lines to time with the cutscene. But now I need to go and wire that up to some kind of digital display. Yo, what's up, Aaron TV? Sorry, Aaron TTV. How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Taking a break from deving? Nice. And you decided to come in and watch somebody else dev. Is that your particular game project there that I've... I know I was gonna say I've barely talked to you about it. Unless I'm mistaking you for who I think you are, but anyway. Yeah, sorry, we're adding subtitles to the game. That's what I'm doing, kind of. I'm getting there slowly. Now we need to go to the player prefab and edit that. First time being here in your stream? Never mind. Wrong Aaron, but anyway. Amazing. Well, welcome on in regardless. It's weird, it didn't show that you were a first-time chatter. I know a developer that... to be fair, that's not what his username is, but I thought he just changed it. Anyway. Might have been here ages ago then? That is fair, you might have been, but you're certainly not the person I thought you were for a second there. Anyway, I hope your deving is going well, and I hope that this is a nice relaxing break. As I ramble on about nonsense. Okay, so I need to add some sort of display to the player here so we can display subtitles, and it also needs to be... I mean, really, it just needs to be over the vignette, which is this thing. Oh man, is it stuff? God, how does the layering work? Is it things that are higher up are overlapping other things? Porting over your game. Imagine you used to use because that doesn't seem to want to get it running good. Nice. Well, best of luck to you. The code for this game kind of started from a project I did in Unity a while ago, and I feel like I am in some ways I'm pigeonholing myself into like any sequels I make from this. I probably will also end up using Godot, but at the same time, I also, since I did it in C#, I could probably pretty easily go back to Unity. I just have to like change a couple paradigms of how I make stuff set up, or do setup with stuff. I mean. Let me open one of these screens real quick. That's not a good one. Let me find the main menu. Just test scene. You know what? There's the title screen. Alright. Okay, no, the background's at the top, so you want it lower for it to show up on top of stuff. Cool. That's basically all I needed to know. Back to the player. Oof. Oh, I need a class for this as well. Not player. I need that in the UI folder. And this will be the subtitle display manager, I guess. Alternatively, you know what? Hold on, I kind of like this. We just have a, what are they called? Auto loads, right? Wait, where is that? Globals. Yeah. Maybe I can have a global for this. I think that might actually be a better way to do this, because, like, I don't know why I would need anything other than, like, a singleton instance of something. Now, the only gotcha there is... Hold on, let me check the inspector real quick. I think globals end up being, like, at the top of the list, which means... Yeah, okay, so the scene is, like, at the bottom here. So automatically, any UI stuff I have is going to be behind any other UI stuff, I think? Because, like, the actual scene that we're watching is always going to be, like, underneath it. And since the hierarchy is just, like, top to bottom, top is the most behind, and then... like, for example, if I were to move this, right? Although I don't know how that works with the nesting. Like, maybe if it's one level up, it'll still appear above. I don't think that's how it works, though. Well, let's find out. I can do a really simple test for that. Let's make a junky prefab here. We'll call this... Well, we'll just call it what it is, and then I'll eventually make this the subtitles. Subtitle display. Oh, right, it's color rec, right? Yeah. Make a big, bright blue, whatever, baby blue. Good enough. Stretch it to the whole screen. Once I remember how to do that. Oh, is it anchors? Yeah, that's right. There we go. Alright. Now, we're going to turn that into a global. Did that used to be called auto load? Am I, like, out of my mind here? Whatever. Oh, I had to hit add, yeah. If this works, that's awesome. If it doesn't, unfortunate. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought would happen. So if I were to move this down, which I can't, but like if we hide this, right? So there's still blue behind everything. Oh my gosh, there is probably a way. I bet if I like remove this from like the hierarchy and re-add it to like the same hierarchy, it would go to the bottom and then thus be on top of everything. We could even bake that into the script, but I don't know. This is kind of crazy to do it this way. Oh, I didn't end up making the script for that. Let's make a script for it. Subtitle display. All the same thing as the prefab. And if this ends up under the player, whatever, that's fine. But yeah. And this will be a control. That probably will be relevant since there is like a thing for that. Oh, right. And then on awake, that's not the right tab. They're ready. Yeah, ready, not awake. Whatever engine I'm in, it's fine. Show behind parent. What does that do? What does that do? Not what I thought it did. I mean, there might be like a Z index. Oh! Well, there you have it. I mean... Is it extreme? Perhaps? Is this an int or a uint? Because... Nope, it's an int. But you know what? The problem is not... The problem is that this is not set to that. Like, this will have a z-index of, like, a billion or whatever. Not billion, the frickin' max int. But the thing underneath it will not. So that's a bit of an issue. Oh, actually, wait. Is it even... It is firing this off, though, right? Yeah, no. Subtitle display is ready. The other problem is... Oh, man. Oh, God. Well, I guess actually this would actually work with the z-index, though. Hold on. Alright. Well, I need to do it for, like, everything underneath it. Because there'll be, like, a color rect, there'll be like a text area. Huh. Darn it. Oh, whatever. Don't know why that made that one line, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm just testing this. Oh, I need to put the code in, though. Oh, I'm doing some jank shit right now, chat. But this might work. Oh, it's because of the... It doesn't like the, Oh, I didn't... Ah, dang it. Well, it's not gonna work because I didn't set the value, but... If I go in here... and actually set this value... What's the problem here? Is it not export? Is that... No, that totally is the thing. Double checking, but like... Yeah, no, export. Hey, you have subtitle display. Oh, there it is. I don't know how I missed that. I swear that wasn't there a second ago, but it probably was. I need this blue screen to cover everything. What the heck? More bugs, chat. That might be a mosquito. I lost him. It's not good. Nope. There he is. Where did he go? Up in my face, but that was it. Alright, whatever. I don't know why it's just Bug City down here tonight, but I guess that's what we're doing. I mean, okay, so this isn't really working. Only affects the drawing order. Well, I mean, that's fine. Yeah. That sounds like it does what I want it to do, but it's not doing that. So one thing I could do is I can move this to the bottom. This notice is to let you know we're updating the monetized streamer agreement. The heck? Anyway, sorry, I just noticed this thing from 2 days ago. Well, anyway, I want to Google this. Godot. Move node to bottom of parent. Moving a node up or down a tree. Move child. Okay, there's a move child call. Moves the child node to the given index. Oh, wait. I got this. Wait, to index, though. If to index is negative, the index is counted from the end of the list. What the heck? Process priority. Alright, hold on. Let me ask a more direct question here. I'm gonna go to Google as well. Godot global UI always on top. The control node UI be set to always on top regardless of where it sits in the tree. Canvas layer node, and then set its layer priority to a high enough value. So there's a layer, hold on. Light visibility layer. Well, no, this is like for like calling certain layers. I think this is just gonna not work at all. Oh, this is the wrong thing too. I hit the color rec, not the well, good news. I also apparently have a oh yeah, I put that in there and it didn't So I don't like the idea of moving it because I think I had to move it like every scene. It would be great if I could just like set it and then it's just done, you know? Ordering. Z-index as relative. It's relative to its parent node's z-index. Oh, we'll just set this to no, actually. Wait, what is y sort? If true, canvas nodes with a higher y position are rendered in front of nodes with the lower y position. Well, I think this is what I actually want. If false, this and child nodes are rendered normally in the scene tree order. So Y sorting enabled on parent node A, but disabled on child node B. The child node B is sorted by its children, C1, C2, etc., rendered together. Same position as child node B. Nodes sort relative to each other if they are only on the same z-index. Well, okay, what if I just changed the z-index to be like crazy high for this guy? I know we're doing that in code, but like maybe that's too late. Oh, there's a rendering server.canvas. Okay, hold on. That's probably the issue there. Hold on, what are those values? Wait, is that it? No, hold on. It's not... Oh, there it is. 4096. That's way lower than minint and maxint. Okay, well, shoot. What am I doing? Alright. That could certainly do it. I don't know if that works on child items or not. Max cursors. Hey, it works! Oh my gosh, that's actually so simple. Okay, well, let me put that to the actual max, though. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. In fact, set that back to 0, then in code, do this. Just call it by the variable name. Z-index is equal to... render constants. That's not what it's called. Thought I'd get lucky. Rendering server. That's what it's called. Nope. Zmax. What do you mean, no? Why is this a long when the value is fucking like 4,000? You kidding me? That's just annoying, honestly. I don't need this debug line. That's working. This'll work. I don't even need this at that point. It's pretty cool. Alright, in theory this should still do its thing. Sweet. Alright. Now let's make this actually correct and not just a silly little, How do I get out of this? Oh. There we go. So I need some level of alignment here. Well, let's call this subtitle background. Oh, I'm gonna preemptively do this. Chat, what's a good way to show this? Oh, you know what had a good... Oh, I don't have it installed, though. Those dark picture games do a good job at having, like, a robust, configurable, subtitle system. Like, I want to have at least, like, a halfway decent customizable thing where, like, you can select, like, oh, you know, I want this opacity on the background, and I'm not going to give, like, a slider. I guess I could give a slider, but I think it's, like, it's a better user experience if it's just, like, a couple options, like, no background, slight background, solid background, maybe like a slight stronger solid. Regardless, there will be settings around all of this, and oh wait, I need to make this a singleton properly. Private static subtitle display instance. It knew what I was doing, chat. No, what? Yeah, rename to instance. Or don't. I don't know. What are you mad about? Oh, it's because I'm not instantiating it? Okay, fine, whatever. If instance is not null, actually. Push warning, print error. Multiple subtitle display objects found. Ignoring instance named exclamation point. Name simple as. Oh, and then return. But if you're not, you know, the first, or not the first instance of this, then set it. And then we'll have a static method, and we'll call it, refresh, subtitle, display settings. And that'll probably involve some kind of settings object that I don't have yet, but whatever. To do. Implement. Okay, cool. Why is this mad? Oh, I didn't specify a type. That's why. And then we'll want to refresh this once when we first start here. This will need to be public because we're going to call it from the settings menu when you update the settings. Maybe even show like an example subtitle as you're editing it, you know. Good UX stuff. And then we'll also want public static void. Hide subtitles. And public static void display subtitles. Subtitle line. You guessed it, chat. To do implement. Okay, I think that's actually all we need. Well, not quite. I also need... I'll take a... What is it called? Text? No, label. Label is what I want. Private label. Subtitle text. Display. Export. Then I actually will need that color rect. Color rect, subtitle, background, export that. Bada bing, bada boom. Suppose we could call it that, and that. Why not? Make the squigglies go away. Because yeah, we'll be using this as a thing that we can update if we have an editable opacity for the background of the subtitles. Again, let's get something simple working first, and then I can worry about wiring all that up. I mean, the menu settings may or may not, we may not even get to that tonight. I just want to make sure that I have like working subtitles first, and then we can work on the nice features for it. Long term, you'll be able to turn subtitles on and off at your leisure. But what's this song? Why is it so familiar? Oh, Pac-Man World. I've played that game. I'm curious what they changed in this this payment processing EULA for Twitch. Okay. Well, I need to implement these, but until then... Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe if we have a container for this. Yeah, that would be good if we had a container for this. Export, another one. Private, control, subtitle, container. Well, I guess this is the container. I mean, I can leave this here, and then I can set it to myself. And, if we need to update it later, that's fine. We even have default logic for it. All right. Cool. This is Symphony of the Night, but I'm not. Hey, I'm right. Anyway, I don't know, I'm guessing songs now. Alright, so that should actually be a solid, like, init for this. A little bit of extra bells and whistles, why not? You know, whatever. So, subtitle... What the heck? Oh, right. If instance... It's null, return... instance.subtitleContainer.hide. Simple as that. Instance.subtitleTextDisplay.text equals nothing. If instance equals null, return classic instance dot text display dot text equals line. Oh right, I need more than this actually. Well, I could even have, I'm going crazy with features now, but I could even have it so that you can just have the text be monochrome, or you can have it use like different colors per character. And we've got like the support for that already in our data structure. don't even know how I would do this, but I mean, you know, just throwing that out there as potential little flavor to sprinkle on top at some point. You know, the one thing is, like, I actually... Man... I think what we should do, actually, is this. Dot hide. And then we show... And I think even longer term than any of that, consider a smooth reveal of subtitles. Somehow. Somehow. I don't know, I'm throwing a bunch of characters in there. Alright, cool. We'll have to do that at some point. I'll need some way to pull in, like, settings or whatever. And we'll need that both up here as well as down here. But we're getting there. I need to have all the components that I'm displaying here, but you know. Also, I need to change your... so we want to do... Actually, heck, what I really should do is make a container regardless. Honestly, maybe this is just our container. How about that? And then in our container, so, alright, first of all, this is full screen, it's already set to that. Pardon me. Then your layout, we'll use anchors for you. We want you center bottom. Good. And then minimum size, we'll make it like a lot longer than that. It's like proper ratios of like how to do this, like the purple square here is like where our screen is and it will scale to different resolutions, but like I think there's like guidelines for how to set up closed captioning like properly. Not that I'm beholden to any of those, but you know, it's nice to like if we're putting captions in, you might as well like fucking make them right? Is it crazy to include like enough space for 2 lines? Yeah, I guess really the sizing of this would vary based on like how large you set the font to. Which again would be another setting out of that the refresh setting. Oh, pardon me. God. Well, alright. I'll worry about that in a minute. Also, this needs to not be this color. You said black on white, right? Yeah. Where's my font? I'll just drop this in here for now. That's not what you do with that. That's the theme file. What? Oh. What? I feel like that's broken. I feel like that's not actually, supposed to do that What's a TRES file? I know that's correct. Okay, whatever, man. Uh, I think we'll leave it at that, but then maybe font override to make it a little larger, just like, I don't know. Maybe that's stupid to do, but what am I doing? Okay, but what if we cut that in half? That's good. It centers if it's not the right side, but if it is, then it goes all the way there. Cool. Is it 1500 I set it to? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I go like too far or whatever. Okay, that's where I want to actually set auto wrap. Arbitrary. Word smart. Off. How do I set it to like... Oh. Like that. Trim nothing. I mean, I guess clip text is... Yeah, trim characters is probably what I'm looking for. It's the best way to handle this. The only thing is it's annoying because if multi-line, you're gonna need to like physically put in a /r/n. That seems fine to me. I don't know. Now it's pushing out the size of that. $54 is the bare minimum we can get away with there. I guess. That'll do. See, that's where like subtitle, like auto, like adjusting so that you can have like multiple subtitles for a spoken line would be good, but again, we're getting a simple implementation first, and then we can build that out if we wish to. For the sake of like how it's gonna look always in the editor, I guess I'll just put these in this order instead. Watch it wipes both of these just because I moved where it is. It didn't. Huzzah! Alright. Cool. Chat, BRB. Enjoy the Symphony of the Night music. Hang tight. I'll be right back, and then we'll actually wire this up to a real example, and hopefully it'll work. We'll see. Back. Right, so all I gotta really do here is actually just call that. You know what, honestly, I don't even need to call player at this, or player status at this point. It's the beauty of these singletons. So forget that. Player status doesn't need to be involved in that anyway. Player status doesn't care about what the subtitles are saying. So now cutscene is mad because I took that away. However, we can just call the exact same thing inside of subtitle display dot display subtitles. Cool. Hooray, singletons! Yippee! Okay, and then, oh, actually... Excellent auto alignment, thank you. Alright. So if it gives us null, just hide the subtitles and go back. It's that simple. Oh, and actually, you know what? Instead of calling hide, just call hide subtitles. Simple. Okay. Any luck, this should probably work. Just like that, actually. I gotta define some subtitles here, so let's go back to our test cutscene here. If I can find that scene. Park main, there it is. Okay. Test cutscene. Let's add some subtitles in there. Subtitles. Subtitle line. That default color is not working, but everything else about it is. Weird. Weird that it defaults to white. Even when I explicitly set it to 000. Yeah, no, it's whatever. Here are some subtitles on multiple lines too. Alright. Oh, no, it's not quite all I need to do. Now we need to turn this into an array. You know what, we'll put that at the part that is walk over there. That might actually ruin all of the touch controls on the rest of the menus, chat. If it is truly on top of everything. Should check that. Hey, look at that. Okay, well it didn't... I need to also hide my subtitles when I'm done. I think the better thing to do would be to have, like... a dynamic box to fill out here. Okay, well this doesn't actually ruin any of the clickable stuff here. That's kind of nice, but if I go back to the title screen here... Oh, it is on top of that, but you can still select it at least. Fill my dynamic box, baby! What's up, Epio? How's it going? So, it did load my subtitles correctly. Well, kind of. The new line did not really take the way I was hoping it would. Well, I can actually fix that. Hold on. Subtitle display. Are formatted subtitle text equals line dot subtitle content dot replace. We're trying it for an hour. I'll watch you work on yours. Hell yeah. I think I actually did this in my other code. Where I just do a cheeky little replacement like that. But I'm gonna do 2 of them just in case. Oop. This might be horribly inefficient to do. 3 replaces in a row. Oops. No, /n with /n. It's called inspiration? Heck yeah. This will work. Will it scale is another matter altogether. Although to be fair, you're not like loading up like a ton of different subtitles every frame. This is like a one-time dealio. So we're probably fine actually, even if it is really inefficient. Alright. This should new line properly now, but... Hey, look at that! Cool. So those Godot savvy people in the audience might be thinking, hey Goon, did you know you can actually just make your text box a multi-line? And yeah, I do know that, chat. However, it doesn't work when you're writing in C# in Godot, even at the current stable version here. We're on 4.4.1 at the moment. I think we're on 4.4.1. Let me double check that. Here, I'll prove myself a liar, I don't mind. 4.4.1, yeah, there you go. I don't know if there's another stable version out, but whatever. Anyway, as of 4.4.1 at least, where is this? I'm looking for the subtitle line. I will prove this to you guys. In fact, actually, let me make this proper so that if the engine ever fixes its, like, stupid problem, like, it'll work. Subtitle line, there you are. Multi-line text. Property hint. So if you do this in GDScript, it will actually work just fine, but guess what? Doesn't do shit here. Oh my god, it works now! No! Okay, well, you know what? I'm just happy to have, that actually working now. Nice. Well, in that case, I'm gonna take out the stupid string manipulation I'm doing. Actually, I'm lying. I'm gonna leave it in there. But... whatever. The real question is, though, will this also process correctly? You know, the funny thing is, the way I built the skip cutscene button, I bet it will, like, if I skip right here, it probably it should still show the text. Hey, okay, cool. Well, I need to hunt down where else I'm doing that string replacement and maybe update that. I think it's for the note text, like the memos or whatever. We can now actually write them like normal, at least. Here, let's put this other thing to the test here. Wait, this is broken. I'm not in the right spot right now. But it did do the thing, though. Nice. Okay. Well, There's a memo in this park area, is there not? I think it's like over here. Not that I'm gonna be able to physically see it since... Ah! Oh, you know what it is, actually? I'm mistaken. I think that's always worked. The problem is when you have a string array, and the string array is multi-line, then you're hosed. Can I open this script like this? Well, I can open it like this, that's for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this actually does work correctly in GDScript. If you have an array of strings and you give it the property hint multi-line text, that will work in GDScript. I can prove that. You know what? Let me put my money where my mouth's at, chat. Let's make a GDScript real quick, even though I'm not going to keep this. Put it in game UI, why not? Example, multi-line, whoa, string array. Alright, well, this will hopefully, multi-line. I made it a CS, delete that. Thank you. Script. GDScript. Example string multi-array line. At export. At hint. How do you... Oh god. This, I think? It's been a minute since I've written GDScript. Hold on. GDScript. Export param. Var example prop of type string. There's no semicolons. Something is wrong about this line. Oh, descript property hint. What the heck, man? Export statements or GDScript are confusing. Chat, I am so confused right now. Godot. How do I use property hint in GDScript? Here we go, here we go. Oh, I think I've crossed a wire here in my brain. I think the thing that doesn't work, like this might also not work in GDScript, but also I don't... There's like other forms of export. Export custom? Export multi-line? Oh, maybe they changed this actually. Like, this is valid, right? Is it not valid? What the fuck? How's it going tonight? It's going. How's it going, Nathaniel? Currently scratching my head trying to prove a point here, and it's not even really that relevant. Dude, what the fuck? Why can I not find, like... one example in their documentation on like any property? Like here's a hint. Here's how you put a hint on a fucking type. Maybe they again, maybe they changed that and now they have like, instead of that, you just get these. Oh, well that's how you do that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, the hint string is the thing that like is not it's not working. Dude, what the fuck? At least 2 arguments, huh? Okay, so you do need to give it this. Ah! Could not find string in the current scope, so strings... Oh my god, dude, really? Okay, it doesn't like that. That? What do you want? Oh my god. Alright, I don't even know how you declare this in... I'm done. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter whether it works in GDScript or not. We're not doing it in GDScript. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I was mistaken. The thing I'm thinking of, hint text, like that works in GDScript. It does not work in C# for some reason. It's going well. Cool, cool. What am I playing? I am making a game tonight. This is my game. It's called Goon's Museum of Doom. And I'm trying to add subtitles to it. Kind of getting that working. However, actually, yeah, the entire like tangent I just went off on is actually not relevant, because that's relevant to the note text, because the note takes like an array of strings, and for whatever reason, like giving it the hint that like that's a multi-line string, or like it's an array of multi-line strings, I guess. Maybe there's like a different type for that. I don't know, but yeah. I could have sworn I got that working in GDScript, but maybe I might be misremembering that for like the property hint, or not the property hint, but the hover over text. So like, if I'm writing in GDScript, I can write little descriptions that will tell me like descriptions here, and that works just fine in like an example that I set up. However, when I do it in C#, like the property's there for it. You can do, what is it, hint text, I think. No, it's another parameter in export. Yeah, so hint string, this is like basically what to show when you hover over it. Here is my hint. It just doesn't work when you're in C#, and it hasn't worked since I started this project. This is the wrong space, but I can open up a note just to like showcase this. Note pickup. There we go. So note text. I should be able to hover over this and be like, yeah, I see my, like, this should show that text, but it doesn't. That's okay. It's a little more annoying for, like, other people working on the project, but... Oh, wait, actually, I didn't compile, did I? Hold on. I thought I... Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Just to be certain, let's do this. I saved, I compiled. This is on note text. And yeah, no description available. There should be a description there, but there's just not. Anyway. Enough of me hyper-focusing on random individual things that bug me about Godot Engine. Let's... okay, so we actually have this mostly working. The cutscene logic needs to hide the subtitles when it ends. That actually might be in the cutscene manager, because I think that supersedes anything the cutscene itself is doing. But I'm not sure about that. Also, I noticed the game glitched when I hit skip cutscene. I don't know what I broke, but weirdly enough, I was talking about the game in a meeting with other people that are going to be helping with the game earlier today, and I was showing off the cutscenes, and it broke then as well, so I don't know that I broke it with what I've changed tonight. Honestly, I'd be shocked if I broke it somehow with what I changed tonight, given that everything I've changed tonight is just, like, a completely separate system of, like, subtitles showing up. But whatever. Okay, skip cutscene. Cutscene skipped. Oh, right. No, that's just one mechanism for skipping the cutscene. Ah, God. Currently watching FMV, blah, blah, blah. Has cutscene ended? No, yeah, the cutscene manager does manage teardown as well. You know, I think we could probably move the cutscene manager outside of the player, much in the way that we just moved the subtitles outside of the player. And then we would just have it be one layer lower than what the subtitles are at, because the subtitles need to be on top of the vignette that the cutscene manager shows up or shows. That should be what I'm doing in general with all the UI elements, ultimately, but I don't think it actually matters here whether I do this or not, so it might not be worth digging into that at the moment. Okay, so here's skip cutscene. Force cutscene end next frame. Oh yeah, okay, so alright. Let me follow this. There is some point where, like, the natural flow of the cutscene as well as the skip cutscene logic converge, and I'm trying to find that point because I want to put, like, a close whatever subtitles you have at that point. I want to put that logic in there. Oh, well, this is force cutscene end. Finish cutscene end. I think that also happens... Okay, yeah, because that doesn't end instantly when you're, like, when the cutscene's naturally ending, because it has to, like, have the vignette recede slowly. But this is the point where we can just wholesale go, like, cutscene... Not cutscene, subtitle. Subtitle display... Hide subtitles. Although, to be honest, maybe I should toss that in the force cutscene end logic, and then the end of the cutscene will just have its own logic there. So that way we'll hide it before the vignette goes back. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's there for a couple more seconds. Whatever. Okay, well, let's see if this worked. We gotta test both skipping the cutscene, letting it play normally, and, well, that's really the only two states we gotta test. We'll let it play normally as a average use case. If I pause it. Yeah, that is a little weird that, like, the subtitles go away. I need to adjust their position also, and honestly, even their container as well. Like, they should be centered relative to the size of the text, I think, like the width of the text. So I don't know how I do that. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I do know how I do that. I need to put the background as a sub-object of the text, and then just, like, instead of giving it, like, a anchor format or whatever, like, the anchor can be its base point of, like, where it starts, but that should just be, like, center bottom of the screen. And then, like, the background will have a certain, like, amount of width beyond what its boundaries technically are as sort of like a buffer, and the text can go in the middle of it. I think that's the way to do it. Alright, cool. That's all working. Let's make sure it works when I skip the text. It was there for a second. Yeah, okay, my subtitle skip button is fucked because it didn't even do the entire, like, set of instructions for that cutscene. But whatever. Cool. Cool. Also, Chad, I don't know if we're gonna have the demo ready by October. Mainly because I'm getting married in October. But, like, probably sometime this year. The demo is going to be very small in scope. In fact, the tech demo is actually pretty close to what the demo is going to be, but it's like, imagine this but polished is what the demo is going to be. Like, we'll have areas that actually look real, models with effort put into them rather than third-party things I've just grabbed off the internet. Voice acting, cutscenes, of a person instead of just a, like, wireframe, untextured guy. See, I really don't know how good that approach is with the subtitles, because I need some actual, like, audio to go alongside it to be like, okay, here's what this would realistically look like, you know? Right now I just have subtitles showing up for the sake of it. Congratulations. Well, thanks. Don't congratulate me yet. I'm not done yet, but hopefully. Oh, sorry, on the marriage. Thank you. I'm an idiot. I thought you meant on the demo release. Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm currently in, like, a frantic pattern of, like, oh my god, there's way too much to do right now, but, like, yeah. That will eventually pass, chat. And then we'll be solid. Alright. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go make this happen. Alright. Force cutscene end. Honestly, even force cutscene end, this can be here, I think. Actually, no, you know what? It doesn't even matter whether the cutscene got skipped here. Just toss this here. That way, if there's any, like, subtitles hanging on from the FMV, because I think I'll also want to be able to hook those up to the FMV. But FMVs might be long, so I don't know. That might be a whole thing. Might need a different, like, approach to that. Because I don't think you just have, like, one line for an entire FMV. An FMV could be potentially minutes long. I mean, we're not making Metal Gear Solid 4 here, chat, but I don't know. There actually may be 0 FMVs in the end result of this game, but the support is there for it, and I want to have good subtitle support for it as well. That might just get baked into the FMV, I don't know. Otherwise, I would actually need like timing info of like, okay, show these subtitles at this from this time to this time, instead of just like, oh, show it at this part. Like, it'll work for in-game cutscenes very well because like the spoken dialogue will just be like audio files, and we'll trigger those off as they come up in the game. But yeah, as far as the actual FMVs go, that's just playing a video file, so it won't have that same level of like finite control I have over each line being spoken. Honestly, even with, now that I think about it, like, a character might monologue for multiple sentences, and then there would need to be more than one thing of subtitles showing up. Ugh. But if I turn that into an array, then I won't be able to do multi-line stuff. Which isn't the end of the end of the world, because we've already figured out, like, if I just uncomment this, we can put new line characters in, and it'll process them properly. That's... Yo, what's up, Chillin' Chum? How's it going? Decisions. Well, regardless, let's, oof. Alright, thanks. Cool. Where do we go from here? Okay, I want to see how the subtitles look if I, let's have multiple of them in the cutscene here. Weekend trip to a nearby lake? Cool. What am I doing? Paste. Subtitles 3. Good. Subtitle 1. Wait, no, the default worked. Wait. But I want that actually to be white though, because that's the text, not the background. Shoot. Okay, I set my default wrong. That's what's happening there. Where the heck is subtitle line? There it is. Oh no, I set it to white. Okay, well, I don't know then. Maybe the default doesn't work. It's some boat tubing. Very nice. See, this is why I made that manifest class, because the manifest class could, like, tell us more info about, like, what trigger to, like, show the next subtitle, and, like, any details about, like, how it should be shown. But I don't know, that might be overcomplicating it. God, I need, like, a real cutscene to, like, apply this to and see what happens. Why did it not... Wait, what? Everything broke. What the fuck? Does the first instruction not process the subtitle for some reason? Or did it go to the second one right away? Oh yeah, end when player movement ends, so like this should still be going on. gonna GD print my way out of this chat. The fuck? Stop. Thank you for building. Get out of my face. Let's see what it's doing here, because something's not right. Clearly. Process next subtitle found. No subtitles for index 0. Wait, it found them twice? What? How did you not find any subtitles for index 0? There's some right here. They're right here, man. The heck? And why did you process the other one twice? What the fuck? Hey, that's Mega Man Legends music. Am I out of my mind? Like, I mean, it's saved, right? Maybe it didn't save, I don't know. Well, no, it saves when you hit play. Yeah, like, that has to be, like, what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna go see what the room says when I, like, inspect it. Yeah, nothing at index 0. Why, though? But why? Why? Yeah, it's there. Oh my god, the subtitle content is nothing. Wait, what? Wait, no, what? That's confusing, but it's filled, though, in both scenarios. Okay, but it specifically thinks that it found nothing in the first one. In this guy. Like, it's there. Okay, you know what? Actually, fuck this. How about that? Oh my god. Chat. Played myself. Well, it's a fun little edge case. My negative check was also, like, excluding index 0, which is not correct. Look at it work. Oh my gosh, it works now. Incredible. I am curious why that happens twice, though. It does seem like it's double setting it to, like, index 1 and 2 for some reason. Oh, does that array get flattened? No, because then it wouldn't work on the last one. What the fuck? Something's fucked here, chat. We're gonna fix it. Yeah, why did that run twice? What the fuck? It's like it processed that instruction twice. Process next subtitle. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? That's fucked. Camera angle is instantly, yeah, camera angle changes instantly incremented by 1, I think, so it's like in order of... No, it's not doing that, though. Oh, yeah, no, it calls next instruction. Okay, well... Noted. That's a little annoying the way I've set things up here, but... Hey, my desktop. Cool. See my copy of William Shatner's Tech War sitting right there. To date, the worst thing I've ever streamed, chat. Fucking hate that game. Alright, there we go. That's more expected. Nothing on line 1. The other thing on line 2. Perfect. Okay. And also the subtitles. Wait, no, the subtitles are broken. What the fuck? Oh, I only put the... Oh, I know why that's happening. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. God. So busted. Well, okay, we'll fix the size of everything next, and then, honestly, maybe I might table, like, the menuing for this, like, for another stream. I am very flummoxed at the moment, apparently. Okay. So, next up. I need those subtitles to go away when the scene ends. So yeah, skip cutscene calls it, that's fine, whatever, don't care. But... Not finish cutscene end. Cutscene ending. I need to find out when cutscene ending equals true. That only gets called from here. And that's on, no, it's not on next, actually. And that's why you put stuff out in their own functions, chat. Alright. So now whether I skip or whether I let this cutscene play out, the subtitles should be gone after that finishes. Try both. Actually, I'm gonna try 3 things. Secret third thing. And then we'll work on the display of all that. The secret third thing is going back to menu and then coming back in here and doing this. Looks like we're good. Okay. Now if I skip, oh, I skipped the wrong thing. Okay, never mind. Let me double check that that's the case. Okay. That is in fact the case. Something is wrong here where it's not continuing, but that has nothing to do with our cutscene edition, because I saw that earlier today. Okay, cool. So last thing to test is just from a fresh load, if you skip the cutscene, will it skip the subtitles? Yep. It's not correctly skipping the cutscene, but that's a battle for another day, chat. Now we gotta get this cutscene looking correct. Also, I'm gonna remove those, that error message is good. Should leave that there. Honestly, I'm just gonna comment them out rather than delete them. It's spiffy. It's a useful debug thing, I guess. It helped me find what was wrong with that situation there. Let's commit what we got, chat. Project.Godot. Oh yeah, we got the new global. Subtitle display. That's a new guy. Add him. Protagonist. It's for one. I didn't change this guy or this guy, so we don't need to commit that. Title screen. Cutscene.cs. That did get updated, as you guys can see from the diff here. Cutscene manager also got updated very slightly, and then we got this new cutscene. You know, honestly, the cutscene subtitle manifest, I don't know if that's going to get used, but we'll leave it there for now at least. Add our subtitle display, add the subtitle line. I don't know what. Apparently I disabled the shader, but it's still running. I don't know what's up with that. Cool. Well, whatever. Add basic subtitle framework tied to, or currently only works with cutscenes. And looks bad. Let's make it look good, chat. Alright. We can absolutely do this. So all we gotta do is follow the damn train. Well, actually, this is fine as full rect, whatever. Anchors, center bottom, that is okay. I'm worried if I change the Z index of the background, because like if I have the background under the text, it's gonna go over the text because like just inherently it's lower, right? Yeah, like that. So that's a problem. Jeez, man. But if I set the Z index of this to like -1 or something, then suddenly, like it'll work for this, but then when I actually show it, it won't be there. Actually, let me prove that. So maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Okay, so you're at -1 now. What happens if I run this? Will the background show up? Is the question. It does. Okay, never mind. Okay. Nice. Oh, Z as relative. Nice. Oh, that's awesome, actually. Cool. We're cooking, chat. Now, the text. Oh, snap. A raid. So that happened in text form first. Thank you, Big Boy Games. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm working on a subtitle system for my game. And we're going a little nuts here. But we have progress. Technically speaking, our subtitles work. We're on optimizations and bug today. Nice. If you guys don't know, Big Boy Games, he's got a game out. Go ahead and pitch your game. Or I could pull it up. Hold on, I got this. Hell, I'm blanking on your game's name right. Oh no. Chat, I swear it's in my Steam library. If you guys like games like Factorio, check out his game, which the name of it will show up in chat any second now. And then I'll filter my Starground, thank you. Listen, it's no bullshit. Look at this. I got this game. You know I got this game. Anyway, it's not installed, but that's neither here nor there. All right. So trimming needs to be rethinked here. Rethunk, whatever the hell. Trim nothing, I think, is the way to go. I'm trying to do some like layout stuff at the moment. So my cutscene subtitle bar is working. I haven't set up any menu stuff for it yet, but the infrastructure is all there so that you can have like different opacities. You can include like the character speaking or anything like that in the subtitles. Well, not anything like that. Pretty much just those two things. But like it's all set up. However, I need to have this auto adjust itself, and we're getting there. However, you know, is there like a max size you can do? Pardon me. Heck. Like, this actually should be like the boundaries overall, and the size should not be actually, you know what, screw the minimum size here. Oh god. Wait, I recognize this. Oh, never mind, this is a Goemon game. Thought it was like a mystery dungeon type game. Shoot, how do I do this? Okay, let me Google some stuff off screen here. Google. I don't know, I'm just speaking out everything I search here. Godot. Control max size? I don't know. Please add max size for controls. From 2019. Reddit post from 6 years ago. Not dynamic screen sizes, because we do have like resolution support already where you can like set different resolutions, and that seems to work just fine, and all the UIs scale properly. But I'm trying to make this also align with that. Oh, there's a custom add-on that I can use that only works with version 3.x with Godot, so that's not helpful at all to us, but you know. There's like a right way to do this, and this is very like UX heavy, which is very much not my strong suit, chat, as you guys can probably notice. Oh man. Okay, let's figure this out here. Okay, Godot. Dynamic UI row text. It's a bad way to do this. Rich text label, what the heck? Dynamic UI scaling, Godot 4.4 trailer tutorial? Trailer, nah, trailer. Blah. See, this is like, this whole video is talking about like form factors and stuff like that, and we're already covered on that. It's just dynamically sized text box. Here we go. Not sure if there's a way without scripts, but with scripts it's pretty easy. All right, I can do that. I'm a scripty guy. So do we just set the minimum size? Oh yeah, you totally do, actually. Dang it. Gosh, okay, well we definitely don't want a minimum maximum here, so this should be 0, 0. Just straight up. Not actually, I guess. No, that does seem right. But what is the basis here? Because like this has some size to it. Well, just don't do that. Yeah, there we go. Position really doesn't matter. That's just... Oh, actually, wait. Because like I think this actually solves it. I just need to reposition the upper thing here. Okay, but then you need to not have anything. Nope, that's wrong. Full rect, but like not this way though. Full rect for this parent object. Oh hell. Oh, this also has minimum sizes. What the heck? Oh, well there you go. Now the only problem is this is for some reason not relative to this. Inherited. Should it not inherit from that? What the hell? Okay. Like, does that count for nothing? Okay. That's something. And if we have like an offset, right? Like minus 200. Minus 150 actually is the right number to use here. Oh hell, actually, probably minus 200 is good because you don't want it right against the bottom. And then likewise, well no, not likewise. I guess the X would be minus width times half. So like that's something we do with script, I guess. Subtitle display. What parameter is that? That is transform.position.x. Okay. Cool. You know what? There's a lot of instance dot going on here. Let's just make a set error update subtitle display to subtitle line. There we go. Okay, so now we can get rid of instance everywhere in here. So really we want to set this transform, right? Well, no, we don't actually. Yeah, we want the text display. Wait. Bleh. Layout.transform.size, I guess. Draw set transform. So in this scenario, we're starting from, well, crap. Oh, no, okay, this is fine, actually. We want negative half of its width, so that's fine. Subtitle text display dot width, no, dot, transform. I need to know its width. Oh, God. What is this fountain? Dude, Clodeca. I'm gonna play that someday, eventually, TM. Okay. Hold up. Good-o. Well, I guess what is the width? That would be from... Oh, it's dot size. Yeah. Perfect. Negative that. Something's not happy here. What is it? You're afloat. And then... not 0. Whatever, man. I probably should do float division just in case there's like a half pixel or something. Draw set transform. Oh, you know what? I should do that after I do this then. Oops. Otherwise, it won't have the updated text for whatever is coming up next. Alright. Surely this will just work and not be a horrible mess. Right, chat? There might be a way to just align this, and I'm being very dumb right now, but I think this actually will do what I want it to do. Didn't quite work there. Well, it's in the same spot. I think it didn't update, is the problem. So, okay, hold on. Dot size is an option here. Oh, it's not position. Oh my god. Dot position equals this. There we go. We got there. So that should center the text. There might be a smart way to do that, but you know what? That works. So whatever. Hey, look at that. Subtitles working, chat. 100%. Zero improvement can be made at this point. I don't know how to do that with, like, just general alignment here. Other than, like, I guess what I could do is I could make, like, a vert box or something and have it, like that'll automatically kind of, like, let it grow but keep it vertically aligned to the same spot. Maybe that's a better way to do this? So that I don't need code to, like, move my dialogue over. The other problem is it's not gonna, like, cull itself, so if it goes too far, it's just gonna go too far. Like, plain and simple. I also don't have that, like, border that I'm looking for in terms of, scaling here. Oh, wait, what's with this? Why is this not... Oh, would that change things? If I change the anchor point here for this guy? It's like the anchor point's, like, there. I don't know what numbers that changes. What we have is working, we'll leave it as is. That might actually be the secret sauce to getting that to work properly, but, well, no, because that's going to be relative to, like, that particular line of text, and not necessarily, like, where I need it to be, with the different amount of text on screen. Let's move that up a little bit more, because it was actually, like, clashing up against the vignette. Ideally, the subtitles should be outside of the vignette area, I think. What's another 50 pixels, right, chat? It's fine. There we go. The problem is the height also needs to be adjusted dynamically based on how many lines of text there are. But, like, again, I don't think we should ever have more than 2 of them at a time. I know that's not even, like, proper closed captioning, like, procedures, but again, like I said, very simple implementation up front here. That works. We will build on this, I think, later, but chat, I'm tapping out. This was both more complicated and also not as complicated as I thought it was going to be. But also we have a long way to go before our subtitles are, like, done. I need to wire them up to the menu so you can, like, toggle them on and off, set things like font size, opacity of the background for the font. All of that's kind of there code-wise, but, like, it's not finished yet. Like, for example, we have this refresh subtitle display settings. We'll be calling that a lot of times from from the settings menu once I have, like, menu options to toggle this stuff properly. But until then, chat, I think we'll close the night out with a little bit of video gaming, as people sometimes do on this Twitch TV platform. Say close the night out. I'm not even. It's about an hour left to stream. You know, whatever. But yeah, GG's for now on subtitles. We got subtitles in the game. I got other stuff on my like list of to-dos. Obviously, that animation that's just breaking is weird. Oh yeah, there was some other stuff I was gonna do with the animation or the cutscene logic in general. But we'll save that for another day. I kind of want to change. What is it? So like these parameters here. There's a thing to like toggle animations with the actors in the scene, and I think having this as a drop down rather than just like a free text field would be a lot better. And honestly, even the voice line file could maybe just point to like a resource instead of being a string. That might be better. But yeah, awesome. All more stuff for next time, I guess. I guess we're just in a not a rut, but in a cycle at the moment where we're just constantly messing with the cutscene system, which makes sense. I do want this to be both easy to use but also robust and also featureful. So hopefully this was a step in the right direction. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll need an actual cutscene to see whether this is everything I need as far as subtitles go and cutscenes. But yeah. Progress has been made. What's up, Ant? How's it going? Anyway, I'll be right back, and then we'll find a game to play, shall we, chat? And OBS will open in the wrong window as usual. Huzzah!